wanderlust, just proving my devotion. It still won't be enough. I could turn off all the stars for you, couldn't light them up, but it wouldn't do you justice. How I'm with you is beyond me, and for the life of me I can't see. Hello, this is a guitar tutorial for Eloise's new song, Wanderlust. It's a very nice one from the new album she's released, and I thought I would learn it and put out a tutorial for anyone who wants to learn. So, the first chord of the song is going to be a just basic C major chord that I'm sure you'll have played before. Before we start with the chords though, I should note that the guitar is tuned down a whole step, so it should sound like this. So the first chord is going to be a C. Now the plucking pattern is you're going to use your thumb, for most of the song your thumb and your index finger, and then your middle and ring finger are going to pluck up on strings 2 and 3. So thumb on 5 or 6, depending on what's the bass note of the chord. Index finger typically on the 4th string, and then strings 2 and 3 with your middle finger. So it's going to sound like this. So it's bass, 4, 2 and 3 together, 4, bass. You're going to change to this chord here. Essentially you need the 1st fret on the 6th string, the 3rd string, and the 2nd string. So that intro is going to go like this. Then you're going to hit 6th string, 4th string, 2 and 3 together, 4, and then you're going to just quickly bring your ring finger down to the bottom string and hit that 1st fret in the E on that bottom string. So it's and then she starts singing, and you're going to play the same shape with the C again. So I could cross. Now for the next part of the lyrics, you're going to just lift your index finger off, so it becomes a C major 7. So I could cross the mountains and the oceans caught in. Now you're going to go the shape of an F major 7, which is normally played with your index finger up here like this, your middle finger on that 1st fret of the 2nd string, and then ring and pinky taking 2nd fret of the 3rd and 4th string. But in this case I'm going to keep my thumb there because it makes it easier to go to that chord that we showed before. So we'll play it like this. So chord in wanderlust, and again you're just using that bass, 4th string, 2 and 3 together, 4th string and bass. Repeating pattern. So this first time round, now you're going to shoot up to this chord up here. I'll have the name of the chord on screen, but essentially you've got your index and middle in the 6th fret on string 6 and 4. Your ring finger is on the 7th fret of string 3, and pinky in the 8th fret of string 2. That's what it should sound like. So coming from this chord. So this is the part where she's singing, just proving my devotion, it still won't be enough. So now you're going to loop it again. I could turn off all the stars for you, then light them up. This is all the same. Now instead of going straight to this chord up here, you're going to shoot to the chord we used in the intro, just for half a measure. It's going to sound like this. Then light them up, it wouldn't do you. So you're just going to hit on that chord shape, bass, 4, 2 and 3 together, 4, and then you're going to slide back up to the same shape that we had before in the first time round in the verse. And then this is going to lead into how I'm with you is beyond me, which is the chorus. So we're going to play this essentially an A minor 9 shape. So you got your middle finger, ring finger, and pinky are all in the 7th fret on strings 5, 3 and 2. And then you're going to put your index finger on the 3rd fret of that 4th string. Should sound like that. So how I'm with you is beyond me. Again, same strumming pattern with your right hand. And for the life of me I can't see. So back to that chord we had before. I'll have the diagrams on screen. So now when she sings how I deserve you, you're going to go back to a C. So when you get to this C chord, you're going to play bass, 4th string, 2 and 3 together, 4, bass, and then 4, and then quickly jump up to this shape here, which is just essentially you need to bar all of the notes in the 5th fret. I personally like to play it just with my middle finger and ring and pinky finger covering string 6, 4, and 3. So it's going to sound like, how I deserve you, deserve you. So what I did there when I had that shape in the 5th fret was pluck once and slide down a fret, pluck again, and then pluck one more time, and then bass, and then up. So it sounds like this. How I deserve you, deserve you. And then you're going to go to the C9 chord, which is your middle finger is on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, index on the 2nd fret of the 4th, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 3rd, and pinky on the 3rd fret of the 2nd, like that. So what we have for the chorus so far is, how I'm with you is beyond me, and for the life of me I can't see how I deserve you, deserve you. So you see there, when I got to that chord, I kind of rolled the strings and then a bass note and then up on strings 3 and 4. So then you're going to repeat it. There's no one else I'll ever be with. And then this is exactly the same, except a nice little thing you can do to get to the next chord is walk down the bass, which is just simply 3 hits on that E string, like walking chromatically down. So it's going to sound like this. There's no one else I'll ever be with, and I will never know what I did to deserve you. Now, in the recording, she does this. So that little sequence of chords is after you've reached, when you're on the C9 chord, you're going to quickly shoot to a, essentially it's a G7. I'll have the chord diagram up. You're barring the 3rd fret, middle finger on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and then ring finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string. And you just, how I like to play that is sort of roll the top 4 strings, bass note, up on 3 and 4, and bass again. And then up to the same chord that we had before. So it's, there's no one else I'll ever be with, and I will never know what I did to deserve you. The next verse is eventually the same. She sings, I could write 100 different poems. 100 different poems under candlelight. Now there's a slight difference here where instead of playing this chord, she actually adds the 1st fret on the 4th string. So it's going to sound like, before going up here again and then back down. So this is what it sounds like. I could write 100 different poems under candlelight, pour my beating heart out into every line. This is the same again. This is exactly the same as the first time. Now back into a chorus. So after the chorus, after the second chorus, which comes in from this, what did I do to deserve you? So here, you're going to shoot up to this major 9 shape. Essentially, the plucking is exactly the same. So it's, if I tried to tell you. Now you're going to go to this spicy chord here. I'll have the chord name on screen. You'd make fun of me. Again, same plucking. Now you're going to walk the bass down from the 7th fret to the 5th, and then play an A minor 7 shape. So it sounds like this. Now you're going to walk down to even more crunchy spiciness, to this shape here, which is index and middle in the 4th fret on strings 6 and 4, and then ring and pinky in the 5th fret on strings 2 and 3. Again, same plucking, just that bass note, 4th string, and then 2 and 3. So coming from before, it goes. So all that was, there was after this chord shape, you're going to go to a G minor 7 shape, and then back to that same C9 we had before. And then this leads you back into how I'm with you is beyond me. Yeah. So yeah, that covers all the different components there are to this song. I hope the tutorial helped and that you have as much fun singing this song as I did, because I really enjoy it. And the whole album is fantastic. If you haven't listened to any of the others, check them out. I may release some tutorials for the other ones soon. And yeah, let me know what you want to hear, and thanks for watching.